Hello, traders. FX Pip Collector here. Today is Monday, March 30th, and this is my morning market breakdown of the US dollar pairs, including gold, and we also look at a couple of the yen pairs. As always, we start off with the daily time frame US dollar, FXCM US dollar index, because if we can figure out the direction of the dollar index, then we pretty much know how to trade all the dollar pairs themselves. Now, the US dollar index did finally go up and take out the high of wave B. If you've been watching my videos, you know for a while now I've been saying that it's likely to take out the high of wave B. This is the 100% Fibonacci extension right there, which we haven't really quite got there yet, but definitely getting close enough to call that it could start a pullback really at any time. Now, one thing that I think is important to recognize here is that since the end of this wave 2, it's been higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. There hasn't been a break of structure. So even though it does kind of have that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 look, the fact that it never broke structure of the wave 3 tells me that this is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that we are actually still in a wave 3 very likely. Now, my higher target for the dollar index and the DXY is way up here. On the DXY, my higher target is right around 104. So this possibly could just make a pullback, make another higher low, go up, make another higher low, go up, and make another higher low, and just keep on trending up in a big wave 3 trend for the next several months if it wants to. This definitely could be a big area of resistance, but we don't really know it to be. I mean, it could possibly go up, hit this 100%, make a pullback, make another higher low, make another higher low, and just keep on trending up. So anyways, going down to the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame, we are definitely still bullish on the dollar. Just because we're at a resistance level doesn't mean that I'm going to start looking for shorts on the dollar. 1 hour time frame structure is still higher lows the whole way up. Not one break of structure, not one significant lower high. And if it goes up and hits this 100% Fibonacci extension from the daily and then goes down and then breaks structure, I could justify looking for shorts on the dollar then. But until this happens, which it doesn't even have to happen, I am definitely doing nothing but looking for longs on the dollar via the dollar pairs themselves. So what we need to do is we need to take this analysis, which is bullish the dollar, and apply it to the dollar pairs themselves. Going to the daily time frame on the euro dollar, I think this break of structure that we've had is a very significant break of structure. I think that we possibly have found a top all the way up on the weekly, maybe even the monthly time frames. I personally think that this is the big, big, big downtrend that potentially could last a very long time, potentially all summer long. Now, just like on the dollar index, this is very likely a wave 3 still because it never broke any structure of the previous wave, right? We never did break any swings. So it could possibly go down, make a new low, go up, make another lower high, just keep on trending if it wants to. The weekly is down, the daily is down, the dollar index is up. We definitely should be looking for shorts on the euro dollar. Now, this hasn't made a new low yet this morning. It probably is going to make a new low, but as of right now, until it does make a new low, our structure is right here. If it breaks this structure, then I'll be happy to become bullish the euro dollar. If it goes down and makes a new low on this time frame, then we'll move our structure to here, and that will be our new structure area. But unless it actually breaks any of these structures, I would be doing nothing but looking for shorts. I mean, there's a good chance this thing just keeps making lower highs, and just keeps on trending down. If this really is the top on those very high time frames, there's a good chance that it does just keep on trending down and that we continue to look for shorts, potentially for quite a while now. Moving on to the pound dollar. Pound dollar, same thing. It never did break structure. So, there's probably a wave 1 in here, probably a wave 2, and we're probably still in a wave 3. We have a Fibonacci extension on there. Maybe this 100% Fibonacci extension right around the 1.32 area will be a big area of resistance. But as of right now, or actually support because we're going down, but as of right now, we are definitely bearish. I mean, it could just end up making a bounce, making a lower high, making a lower high, and just continue the higher time frame downtrend. The trend is down now on the daily because of this breakup structure and down on the weekly because of the weekly breakup structure. This may be a very significant top on the weekly to monthly time frame. It could even be the top of a wave C possibly. Going down to the 1 hour time frame, we've almost made a new low. Once we make a new low, we'll move our structure from here down to here. So once this goes down and takes out this previous low, we can move our structure to here. If it goes up and breaks that, then we definitely could justify at that point going long or looking for longs on pullbacks. Otherwise, the trades that we need to be looking for are the sorts. My old mentor used to always say to us that right now the only strategy is to be already short, waiting for an exit, or the strategy is to be waiting patiently for another pullback in order to go short again. The trades we should be looking for is these sorts here, 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 here. We definitely don't want to go long now unless it breaks structure. And we definitely don't want to go short now unless it makes a nice pullback and gives us an opportunity to go short. So moving on to the Aussie dollar, same type of thing. We have a very significant break of structure on the Aussie. This is the daily structure which broke. This is the weekly structure which broke. The trend is now down on the weekly and on the daily. Definitely looks like a wave 1, 2, and wave 3. We got our Fibonacci extension on here for areas of support, but if it really is a wave 3, it possibly will go down to at least the 161, 178, which is right around 0.7678 area, maybe even 0.674, 675 area to finish off a wave 3. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, same type of thing. If it goes down and takes out the previous low, then we can move our structure down to here. But as of right now, our structure is right here. It would take a break and hold above here in order for me to become bullish at all. I would be doing nothing right now but looking for shorts at every single one of these little points right here. I definitely wouldn't be trying to go short right now. I definitely wouldn't be trying to go long right now. Honestly, the best thing that we can hope for is that it does go up a little bit, because if it does go up a little bit, then potentially we could end up going short again later on for the continuation of the downtrend. As long as it doesn't take out this high rate here, I would look at anything I see to the upside as not a long opportunity, but possibly an opportunity for us to go short again once we have the completion of a pullback. So moving on to the US dollar CAD, back up to the daily time frame. Like I've been saying for weeks now, I think the dollar CAD is going to break this high right here before we get too much of a pullback on this one also. I think this is a wave 1, wave 2, and I think we're obviously in a wave 3 right now. And this is a subdivision also, because I think this is a wave 1. I think this right here is a wave 2. So this is a 1, 2, 3 of 3. I wouldn't expect to see much of a pullback, at least until after we break this structure right here. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, we're definitely looking for longs in an uptrend. We did end up taking out the previous high, so I guess we could definitely justify moving our structure up now. It just recently happened within the last hour or so. We took out this previous high. So I guess now we can move our structure up to here. If it breaks below here, then cautiously we could possibly start looking for shorts on pullbacks. But really, I mean, I would be very cautious with my shorts, at least until we get this break of structure. Once we get this break of structure, if it breaks to the downside on these sort of time frames, then fine. We'll start looking for shorts after that. But as of right now, we are definitely very bullish. We're definitely looking for longs every single chance we get. Kind of the same strategy on this one. I definitely wouldn't recommend going long now. I definitely wouldn't recommend going short unless it breaks this structure. So right now, the only strategy if you, is to already be long, waiting for an exit, or the strategy is to be patiently waiting for a pullback, like one of these pullbacks that we had pretty much all throughout last week, for another entry to go long. Moving on to the US dollar Swiss. Same thing as the dollar CAD. I mean, I think this is a 1. This swing right here is the bottom of a 2. I think we're currently in a wave 3. I think this wave 3 will at least take out this high right here. Maybe it will find resistance at this 100% Fibonacci extension, but as of right now, we are definitely very bullish. No reason whatsoever to try to identify the top on this move, but instead go down to the sort of time phase and just continue to go long every chance we get. Now, it didn't quite take out the previous high, so we can't really move our structure up to here yet. So our current structure is right here. If it does go up and take out this previous high, then we can move our structure up to here. But basically all we're doing is we're following our structure up the whole way. As long as it doesn't break down, we're not looking for shorts. As long as it doesn't break down, we're just going to continue to look at every move we see to the downside as nothing more than a pullback within an uptrend. So even if it does make a lower high rate here and go down and take out this low, doesn't mean that it's going down. A break of structure what would tell us that it's going down, and it definitely hasn't broken any structure yet. Moving on to gold. Gold is kind of pushing up a little bit. I think gold is extremely clear on the daily time frame that it's a wave four right now. This is a one, two, three. We're in a wave four. I think gold is either going to continue to respect this 38% or possibly push up to the 50% and then go down for a wave five like that. So I think gold is actually very, very clear on these higher time frames. Going down to the shorter time frames, it definitely kind of loses some of its clarity. But like I was saying last week, I think what happened here is I think we have a running ABC. So this is your A, this is your B, this is your C, and this is an ABC of B. Now I think we're potentially going up to the 50% to finish off a C. Then this would be your A, this would be your B, this would be your C. This is all of wave four on the daily time frame, and then potentially once the wave four is over, maybe at the 50%, right around 4,675 area, it potentially will go down for a wave five to finish off that five wave trend on the much higher time frames. So as long as it doesn't take out this low right here, we are going to continue to be bullish. We're probably going to be targeting around this 50% to look for possible shorts around that area. So anyways, moving on to the US dollar yen. The US dollar yen and a lot of the yen pairs really do look like they are getting close to topping out. I personally need to see this thing engulf down, and really, I would love to see it go down and break structure. If it does engulf down, I would love to see a break of structure because that's potentially what would tell us that we really have found a top. Just because it engulfs down doesn't mean that it's a top. It could just end up making a pullback to this last wave, and then it could make a higher low and continue up. This 160 area should be a big area of resistance, and obviously the market did find some resistance there. Unfortunately, it is definitely still bullish. The weekly is still up. The daily is still up. This has not engulfed to the downside yet. I mean, the trend is definitely still up. Maybe by the end of today, it will be engulfing down, and starting tomorrow, we'll start looking for shorts. But as of right now, we are definitely still very, very bullish. Going down to the 1 hour time frame now, we're sitting at structure. This is the structure break that potentially would turn me bearish. If it breaks and holds below here with momentum, then I will definitely, like let's say it goes down and does this, then I will definitely start looking for shorts after the pullbacks. But as of right now, the daily and weekly is definitely still up. So I would be looking at this as possibly rejecting structure. Sometimes a rejection of structure can actually lead to another wave to the upside. So as of right now, because it didn't break and hold below structure, I am definitely still very, very bullish. If we go long and it goes all the way up and makes a new high, then great. If we go long and then it just makes a pullback like an overlapping pattern and then bounces from a Fibonacci retracement level and breaks down, then potentially we can start looking for shorts also. But as of right now, we are definitely bullish unless it breaks and holds below this structure or unless it makes a corrective pattern up and then breaks to the downside, which neither of those things have happened yet. So anyways, moving on to the euro yen, back up to the daily time frame. The euro yen looks like it is going to try to close engulfing down today. If it does close engulfing down, like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks now, this could be an ABC and this could potentially go down a lot. A lot of the yen pairs look like they are trying to top out on the weekly time frame. If the yen pairs really do top out on the weekly time frame, we could start a brand new downtrend. Seems like we need to have something very significant happen to start a brand new downtrend on the yen pairs because the yen pairs have basically been an uptrend on the higher time frames for years. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, we definitely short-term day trading can start looking for shorts. We definitely got to break and hold below structure. So now what we need to do is start looking for shorts. But I definitely wouldn't recommend going short now. We can't just go short after break of structure. Now we got to wait patiently for the pullback that comes after the break of structure. So a lot of the times, trading does require a lot of patience. I wouldn't personally be looking for longs now, and I definitely wouldn't be going short unless it makes a significant pullback. Once it starts a pullback, I will throw my Fibonacci retracement out there, and I'll look for a three-way pullback. I'll look for a Fibonacci bounce and then golfing down in order to go short. So my next trade is going to potentially be the sorting opportunity that comes after the break of structure that we just had. And moving on to the pound dollar, back up to the daily time frame. Pound dollar also is breaking down pretty nice. This is the daily time frame breaker structure that I would like to see it make. That potentially is going to help confirm that this really is some kind of a top on the weekly time frame. Like I said, all the yen pairs really do look like they are making a top. This one definitely did break down on the daily. It broke structure. Then it made a very overlapping pattern to the upside. So hopefully this is an A or 1. Hopefully this whole move up is a B or a 2. And hopefully we're going to now start a move down for a wave C, which will look like this, and then back up. Or it's going to be a wave 3. If it's a wave 3, it should be very obvious that it's a wave 3 because they will just keep on making lower lows and lower highs the whole way down. So definitely looking for sorts on the pound yen now. So really starting on Friday is when we should have looked for sorts, right? Because we had the first break of structure right here. Then look at this pullback entry. I guarantee if you had your Fibonacci retracement from here to here and then you were watching this, that would have been an amazing short right there on Friday. And then it made another little pullback in the Asian session last night that you could have got short on also. So right now our current structure is right here. If it starts to move up, I would not be going long. I would be waiting patiently for another pullback and another sorting opportunity. I'm hoping that it continues to make lower lows, lower highs, and I'm hoping it goes down and breaks this daily time frame structure level because that's going to help confirm that we really do have some sort of a top on the much higher time frames. So, anyways, don't forget to check out my website, fxpipcollector.com, if you want to follow along with all my trades and be part of a great trading community on Discord. And as always, thank you for watching and happy trading to everyone.